Hello, welcome back to the Dungeons & Dragons 101 podcast. Joining me this afternoon is Matt playing Flynn.
Yo.
Zach playing Harvey.
What's cracking, big smacking?
And Micaiah playing John.
Hiya, pal.
When we last left off, John and Harvey just got out of a very difficult battle with a mimic that took them down to quite a bit of HP. It's been several hours since y'all have defeated this mimic, and after resting for a while, you feel recuperated. You have regained all your hit points, all of your lost abilities, stuff like that. Inside this mimic chest, inside the 3 chests, there's several books, none of which are the one you're looking for. A +1 rapier that glows slightly in the fairly dim light. And somewhere in the vicinity of 230 gold.
I call the gold.
Who's taking the rapier? And there are 3 books. One is red, one is blue, one is midnight black.
Wait, I thought you said the book we were looking for wasn't here.
It's not. You open the books and it's not, like, the texture on the cover of the books is wrong. Like, the caretaker described it to you as different than these books. It's not these, but they are spell books, for sure.
Alright. Harvey's just gonna pick up the red book and just flip through and be like, wonder what this is. He'll turn a page, immediately drop and be like, oh, my eyes. Oh, why do people draw that? Oh. Who's even into that kind of stuff?
From a random door that suddenly bursts open in the side of one of these chambers, Flynn stumbles out.
Flynn? How did you get here?
I walked in.
Figures.
Ow.
Now that everybody roll me a perception check really quick.
Okay.
19. What's my modifier again?
Wisdom, and if you have the perception bubble filled in, you add your proficiency.
Still 19.
Looks like I got my first net 20.
Ooh!
Hell yeah, brother. He rolled a 19.
Alright, and if I remember correctly, John, your perception bonus is +2.
Dirty 21.
Yeah. Harvey, what is the total roll that you had?
Well, it's a net 20, and you said plus my wisdom score?
Wisdom, and do you have the perception bubble filled in?
Yeah, I do.
So add your wisdom score and wisdom modifier and proficiency bonus to that bubble. To that number.
Okay.
Well, that makes it 22.
So we've got a 22, a 21, and a 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And my bonus 2.
Yes. All 3 of you recognize that there are secret doors hidden around this room. You don't see any way out aside from the one Flynn stumbled in from and the way you two came from that has been closed off that leads back to where the wall of fire is.
Okay.
Well, convenient, right? All right, let's start looking at the floors and the walls. start looking for pressure plates, secret handles, what look like locks, or even puzzles. I hear some people lock their
An
doors.
investigation check.
Ooh, I got a 19.
You are going to add your intelligence modifier, and if you have the bubble filled in, your proficiency bonus.
I don't have the bubble filled in. My intelligence modifier is 0.
Okay, so what'd you roll?
I rolled a 19.
So 19. You start to examine the walls and floor. You don't find anything on the floor, but probably 4.5 feet up from the floor, as you're exploring the wall, you find a tiny, tiny button.
Okay. Found a button, guys. You guys think I should press it? Could be a trap.
It might be a trap. I mean, who thinks we're that stupid to press a random button just for it to open up a trap?
And just throws a mini dagger at it.
Yeah, I think whoever did must know exactly who we are.
No, I'm
Alright,
saying that's my action. I'm throwing a small dagger at it.
That's perfect. Okay. Which part of your dagger hits the button?
I'm gonna smack it with the butt.
All right.
of the
Roll to see if you hit with the point or the butt of the dagger. Just roll. You know what? Flip a coin for it.
Oh god, I have so many. Heads or tails for
Heads, you hit it with what you want. Tails, you do not. Actually, you know what? No. Heads is the blade. Tails is the butt.
Oh, I just hit tails, so but
Okay. It hits the button, and the ceiling starts dropping rather rapidly. It stops about 5 feet over your head, and a door kind of just glides open.
Harvey just looks at Flynn and goes, "Next time, speak up or let's investigate before you start throwing things, all right?"
Flynn just glares at him and says, "Maybe next time use your head, damn cleric."
I'm not the one who threw his dagger at the button.
Because you didn't use your head.
Well, I knew it was a trap all along.
You shut up, John. No one's talking to you. End quote.
Let's just go.
All right, you guys walk through the door. As you enter the door, you step on a pressure plate, click, and torches start just shoot straight down, just lighting up seemingly on their own. All the way down until you can't see anymore.
Oh,
From blindness, I'm assuming.
What?
From blindness, I'm assuming.
No, you can't. It's so far that you can't see this hall is so long you can't see the end.
Infinity.
Oh no. Anyone got a torch?
Flynn thinks to himself that it's an illusion.
How do you? Yeah. All right. Harvey knocks puts an arrow in his bow. He holds it out or points in front of him, and he just fires down the hallway.
So you fire it down the hallway, and the arrow flies true, and it flies probably 400 feet before hitting the floor, not a wall, the floor. It dropped out of the air and could not go any further because it lost all of its momentum.
Hmm.
Well, pretty big hallway. I'm gonna go get the arrow.
All right, you go get your arrow.
I follow behind just to make sure nothing pops out.
It probably takes a while. Like 15 minutes later, I come back and like,
Do you guys continue to move down this hall?
sir.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Where is John at?
are you following them?
Sounds like a question you should already know.
Where's John at?
You
Up your
need
ass
to
around
tell
the
me
corner.
that.
Are you following us or not? Because we'll just leave you. Flynn, don't make Flynn put a boulder in front of the door, dude.
Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. Harvey just grabs John by the shoulders, like, "Come on, John, let's go."
Okay, you guys run down this hallway. It takes y'all a good 10 minutes to reach the end of this hall. It opens up into another cavernous room piled with gold. There is an altar right in the middle of the room with the book you are looking for sitting on top of it. But curled around it is a adult copper dragon.
So Harvey just looks to the two of them and is like, "All right, listen up. I need you to be silent, not quiet, silent."
The intrusive thoughts I'm having of not just throwing a sword straight through its eye.
As you approach the room, the dragon's left eye, which is facing the door, creaks open and sees you. In your heads, you all hear, "What are you doing here, fool?"
Uh, uh,
A
housekeeping?
dragon talks like that.
The
What kind
dragon
of dragon
sound
talks?
like.
What kind of dragon is Caucasian like that? Like what?
Copper
Yeah, that's a
dragon.
better.
No, in your head, it's a telepathic voice that you're hearing. "What are y'all doing here, fool?"
Oh, then this dragon must have low self-esteem.
Anyway,
Copper dragons are chaotic good in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. So he's
All right.
just kind of chill.
Okay, well, anyway, Harvey just looks at him and is like, housekeeping?
He says, "I know you here for my book. A little birdie told me you was coming."
Book? What book?
Raises a claw, points at the book on the altar. "This one right here."
Oh, well, not sure if it's exactly what we're looking for. The book we're looking for is a red book with
Yes, and this book matches that description perfectly.
Oh, really? Cool.
all right. Well, we could buy it off of you.
Dragon looks around. "Do you think I need your money? Look around. I got all this gold."
Flynn looks over at
Well-
Harvey and he can see the beads of sweat dripping down his face.
Yeah, Harvey just looks and is like, "Well, you know what they say. All them rich folks love to tell people that their key to happiness is just a little bit more. Wouldn't you agree?"
The dragon gets serious, looks you dead in the eye, and his voice drops. I know she has marked you. And you, John and Flynn, you don't hear that. Harvey, you're the only one that hears,
Ooh.
"I know she has marked you." And you can tell in your head that the "she" is in all caps.
Yeah, Harvey hears that and he just like freezes. And he just looks and asks, "Who are you?" Really?
I am one of her servants, just like you.
I
I'm Iron Man.
Right. Can Harvey talk to this dragon back with his thoughts?
Yes.
Okay. Harvey just asked, if you're one of her servants, then you must know she needs it.
Fool, I know. But she wanted you to come get it for her and bring it back to the library. She don't want to do it. She's a god. Why would she do anything when she can make you do it?
Yeah, it's one of the same. Harvey says in his thoughts, yeah, one of the same thing. Why do I always gotta pick up her dirty work? But anyway, are we gonna have to fight over the book? Because I'd rather not. I just dealt with a mimic, and I still gotta slobber over my coat. So, if the book's really that important to you, then why does she want it?
The dragon pulls back and says, in all of your heads now, we ain't gotta fight. Looks at you can tell on his face he's amused. We ain't gonna fight. If we fight, I'm gonna kill y'all.
Well,
I don't want to
Grunts
do
in
that.
response.
Harvey just this time he actually speaks and he's like, all right, well, thanks for being reasonable. And he just walks up to grab the book.
You step into the room and the dragon takes his claw and kind of pokes you in the chest back out into the hallway. Like, stay out my lair. Like, stay out.
Oh, hey, what gives, dude? I thought you said we could take the book.
I never said you could take it. I said I'd give it to you.
Okay, well, may we have it, please?
He picks it up and deposits it in your arms. It's surprisingly heavy. Like, the way he picked it up, it looked like it was only about, like, a pound, but it hits your arms and it's 10 pounds.
Oh. He just lugs it over his shoulders like, all right, thanks. Any chance you could tell us the way out?
The dragon looks at you like, why would I do that?
Well, because we gave this return to someone, and I don't think you want to know what happens if we fail a job.
The dragon says, she just told me to give you the book. She never told me you had to leave. I ain't gonna personally kill you. But if my lair kills you, I can't.
Right.
I didn't do nothing about it.
All right. Harvey looks around for a shadowy place. Can I roll a perception check for a place that's really shadowy and dark?
Sure, go ahead.
Right. Ooh, I rolled an 8.
Even with an 8, you can still tell the torches on the back of this hall are lighting everything. There is no good shadow you can go to.
Ugh, Brad. He never makes this easy. All right. Well, look. You don't want to deal with us. I get that pretty clearly. And to be honest, I think we've had just enough fun in here. So the sooner you show us the way out, the quicker we'll be out of your scales. You get me?
He says, stop by going back the way you came. That's all I'm going to give you.
Big problem is the door was locked behind us.
He winks at you and says, take anything you find.
What the?
All right.
He's giving you permission
Nice, I
to
guess.
take the items that you find outside of this big room with you. Any magic items, gold, stuff like that.
Flynn knows it's a trap.
Well, Harvey's just gonna be like, all right, good enough for me. And he starts walking down the hallway.
All right. You guys reach the end of the hallway. How fast are y'all moving? Are y'all like running or just walking?
I'm just walking.
I just start making a beeline for the door. Like I walk coolly, but I'm just making a beeline for the door.
Okay.
Harvey's gonna see this and be like, hey, wait up. And he's just gonna start dashing after her, but he's like trying to grip the book.
You guys are in such a hurry that you don't notice that the room that you guys came from changed.
Oh no.
Y'all run off the edge of the room and fall straight down.
Whoa.
It's a hot second, but 2 inches before you hit the ground, something seems to catch you and then let you slowly onto the ground. You then feel the entire chamber start to rumble.
Oh no.
Flynn, what did you
This
do
can't
this
be good.
time?
You feel yourself go up.
What?
Everybody roll me a perception check really quick.
You got a
Pretty strong.
14.
Good.
John?
Dude, come on.
I'll roll. 9. Okay, Harvey, you're the only one that notices this dot of light getting brighter and brighter.
What the? Guys, you seeing this?
And you got this elevator, basically it's just an elevator, hits the top of its hole, and you guys shoot up, probably 10 feet in the air, and then fall back down onto the stone. But at this point, the stone is covered in super soft grass. Like there was no sign the elevator was ever there.
Oh, what? Ugh. Harvey looks up and is like, where are we? I rolled an 11.
Nice.
You guys are just inside the walls of a seemingly small-ish town. There's probably only about 300 to 400 people in this whole town. And you guys are getting stared at. Just open, the townspeople are just open mouthed. What?
I'm the only one. Flynn is the only one that landed on his feet.
Really quick, roll me an acrobatics to check that you actually did land on your feet.
Nat 20.
Oh.
Yeah, Harvey's just sprawled out on the floor.
Yeah, that actually checks out. Anyways, so you guys are getting stared at, and one of the townspeople looks at your hand and goes, "That's the mark on the outside of the library. How do you have it?"
I work for the library.
I ain't never seen you before in my entire life, and I've grown up here. This guy looks probably about 42.
I look at it. Harvey looks at him and is like, I don't know, maybe I work different hours than when you visit.
I'd have seen you at the restaurants or around town or something. I'd have seen you at the bar. Somewhere. You don't live here.
I came recently, all right?
The guy looks at you and smirks and says, "Yeah, quite recently. You popped out that hole in the ground, and now it's covered in grass again."
What do you mean again? You mean this has happened before?
The grass vanished, the stone disappeared, then you then you three shot up out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, believe me, we're just as confused about it as you are.
He says, welcome.
Same.
He says, welcome, if you're that confused. Like you
Alright.
said, so he says, if you're looking for the library, it's 3 blocks that way. He nods east-ish. It's probably like south. It's probably like semi-south, southeast. Walk for 5 minutes, you can't miss it. It's the biggest building.
Right? And I know it's got my symbol on it. It shouldn't be hard to miss.
All right. Are you guys headed to the library, or are you headed somewhere else?
That's wrong. Well, wait, did we land in a building?
No, you're out basically seemingly in the town square. Like in a park almost. Like you're in a park.
Okay. Well, anyway, Harvey's just gonna be like, alright guys, come on. We're going to the library. I don't know about you, but after this, I'm getting a drink.
I will follow.
All right.
Good.
You guys go to the library, and the second you step inside, the book vanishes out of Harvey's arms and reappears, and the caretaker appears with it in her hand, right in front of you.
Flynn mutters under his breath, witchery.
Wait, what? Harvey just looks at her and, in a panic moment, pretends not to know her. Like, hello, ma'am. Oh, is that your book?
She looks at you and goes, "You didn't tell them about me."
What? Sorry, do I know you? And Harvey just like looks at her with a like grimace, like, as if he's silently saying, "Don't say anything."
John, you recognize her as basically just your patron that gave you your powers. And
Mm-hmm.
Flynn, she leans over to you and says, "These two are my servants. They work for me, basically. Thank you for aiding them."
Problem.
Good.
Harvey, how do you react to her telling Flynn this?
Well, Harvey's just grimaces all embarrassed. And he doesn't say anything, but he's just embarrassed, like, oh, they figured it out. Oh no.
So, you go in, and the caretaker explains that this book is a book of blood magic. It could have
What?
done some very serious damage in the wrong
gosh.
hands. So you guys are in the library. She's just told you that it's a book of blood magic. How do y'all respond to learning this?
Harvey's just like, what? Why was a dragon keeping a book on blood magic?
Behind all of them, Flynn just shrugs, crosses his arms, and said, "Knew it."
The caretaker gives a bit of a laugh and says, "You're a smart one, aren't you?"
The only one here with common sense.
Ouch.
There's the guy who ran into a pit and threw a dagger at a button.
I got us the book, didn't I?
It was a miracle we got the book. I don't think it had anything to do with you.
Well, you certainly were gonna do it.
I would have eventually, but I would have done it with a lot less trouble and a lot less headache.
The same thing would have happened if you touched the button. Doesn't matter.
At least ask before, just in case it's a trap.
Harvey, the caretaker kind of waves her hand, and out of nowhere, a mace appears. Speckled on it, Warhammer. Just huge. Like, big as you are, it weighs probably 5 pounds. And she hands it to you.
How does a Warhammer weigh 5 pounds?
This is
Believe it or not, these
This is a traditional fantasy Warhammer, not an actual Warhammer.
Okay, that's what
Okay.
I say.
Anyway, Harvey takes his like, oh, thank you.
Mice? Ooh.
John, she hands you
Yes.
a fantastically. She basically just upgrades your powers so that all of your stuff is now +1. Flynn, she gives you a +1 jet black greatsword that has some other properties that we'll get to later.
Alright.
Uh, uh,
Well, Harvey just looks and says, well, thank you. Appreciate it.
she nods her head.
These weapons look cool. Thanks. I need a snack, though. I need to go to McDonald's.
They ain't got a McDonald's. They do have burgers at the bar, though.
Well, that's where we're going next.
All right. So you
Flynn
guys,
just nods.
head to the bar. You don't see. There's not many people there. Probably like 5 or 10. Everybody is currently at their jobs farming. So there's a couple patrons at the bar, but it's like really, really old people and people that don't have a job. So, what do you guys do?
I go up to the bartender, go up to him and say, hey, you got any whiskey?
He says, "Sure. What kind do you want?"
Give me the strongest you got.
He says, he hands you the bottle, says, "First one's on me. I'll bring you another when it's half empty."
Thanks, friend. Drinks it, takes a sip, and and he stops, and he's like, that is strong. Picks up another sip. He doesn't drink a bunch of it, but he drinks some of it, sets it down, and just sighs, like, he looks, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's my boss. If y'all were ever wondering, I'm sure y'all have a lot of questions.
Micaiah, your sword says, "Tell them about me."
Okay.
Micaiah's sword was given to him by Weejoss, and the sword is magic and gives him his powers.
So, like Green Lantern, you take away the sword, John's powerless.
Not completely. He's still got Eldritch Blast, but like he's able to summon it. It's basically Riptide, where like it always comes back to him. He can turn it into any weapon he wants.
Well, I'm starting to envy him. Why can't I get a weapon like that?
Weejoss, the caretaker in your head, goes, "Harvey, you have magic. Real magic. Not that Not that Ray nonsense.
Harvey speaks to the caretaker in his head, saying, I have magic. How come you never told me?
Because I only just gave it to you with that warhammer, silly.
He just looks at it and he thinks, what kind of magic can it do?
She says, it's not him, the warhammer, crazy. You have the magic. It's not like his sword.
Okay, well, what kind of spells can I wield?
I don't know. You have to decide. She's getting a little fed up, and you can hear her just kind of stop. Like, her voice just kind of vanishes from your head for a little bit.
Flynn chuckles because he knew what was going on.
So, Flynn, all you see Harvey doing is like he's rolling his eyes and just making exasperated noises.
Like, that's what Harvey sounds like.
Woo! Okay, so you guys are sitting at the bar, and a couple patrons say, "Let me buy you a drink." Let me buy you a drink.
Harvey just looks up and down and goes, sorry, pal, but you're not my type.
He says, No. You guys are new visitors. Popped out the ground. You gotta be magical. Serve somebody important. Let me buy you a drink.
Okay, sure.
Bartender hands you whatever drink you ask for. All three of you.
Flynn declines the drink because he knows that drunkenness will impair him.
Yeah.
Out of
maybe, yeah.
my
actually,
God, Flynn, you know you're immune to all diseases, right? That includes intoxication.
It's out of principle.
You know what though?
I think Harvey actually is too, due to divine intervention. I think Harvey actually is too.
So John can get intoxicated then.
Well, goblins kind of just are most of the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
out of nowhere, this seemingly very high-level party of adventurers with gleaming weapons. You can feel the magic radiating from them. You see a wizard in his flowing robes. You see what looks to be a mad scientist type. Completely crazy. You see two knights in shining armor of various colors. They're all different. There's 7 of them. There's 2 rather much larger. One in gold, one in seemingly rose armor, one in green armor, one in blood red armor, one in blue armor, and the other in an orangish armor.
Flynn chuckles to himself and just mutters, "Daddy's money."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harvey just leans toward him, and I know what you said about divine intervention, but at this point, I think Harvey's a little bit buzzed, and Harvey just goes over and is like, yeah, who do you think pays them? Maybe they got a patron themselves.
Harvey and Flynn.
All right, I rolled an 18.
I rolled a 17.
You can tell they don't have any, like, divine help. There's no clerics, there's no warlocks, nobody that serves a divine power.
All right. So anyway, Harvey just looks at them again, and he looks at Flynn and is like, you know what? Never mind. I think it is Daddy's money. Or, hey, maybe they're paid by the government. I see a lot more of those lately, don't you?
Hmm.
I wish they paid me when I was in service.
Probably didn't do well enough in the job to get paid.
Harvey looks at him and is like, I'm sorry, what?
You heard me, mongrel.
Listen, bud, I've been in battles like that. I've had a fair bit of scuffles myself. I once wrestled a knight, a full armored knight, pulled his helmet off, ripped his chainmail off, and got him right in the jugular. Don't tell me I wasn't good enough to get paid. My commanders were just cheapskates.
All I see is a cleric that keeps his nose in a book.
Claire, I got these blades on me for a reason, you know. It's not just books that help me.
Birthday gift from the old man. Said, good job, son, I'm proud of you. But was he really?
For the record, I don't actually have an old man.
Right,
One
he
of
died when your mom left.
one of the medium-sized ones has a dire wolf as seemingly an animal companion. They've got all these different items on them that feel like they're calling to you.
Possessed.
You mean the animals are calling us?
No, the items are. You can feel some of their pull.
Meaning they're possessed.
Does Harvey hear like a voice?
No voice. All of their items just look really, really powerful. And also, they're in the process of getting extremely drunk.
All right. I'm going to ask him a few questions, and Harvey just walks up to them.
They go, they're already starting to like feel the effects. Apparently, they don't have very good constitution because they're already pretty slow due to their drinking. What do you want?
Hey, just came here to wonder who you work for. You know, you guys seem pretty cool. Seems like the kind of equipment you can afford is high end. Want to start breaking into the business.
You can tell one of them is a druid, there's a paladin, there seems to be a couple of monks, but for some reason they're wearing armor. And then you don't see them, but you can tell there's a rogue in there somewhere.
Yeah. So anyway,
There's a
Alright, anyway.
bard. There's a bard over in the corner playing a little bit of music.
Internet literally refuses to connect.
That's unbelievable. Anyway, Harvey looks at one of their. Do they have like a sword or something?
So,
Yes, the paladin has a beautiful sword. Like, you can tell it has killed so much evil. They say, we serve the king. The druid says, we serve the king.
The king, huh? Tell me, does he have any open positions?
The monk says, nope.
Oh. What do you mean no? How did you get into work with him then?
Harmless here works for him. We just helped him.
Okay. Harvey, not really understanding him, just nods and pretends to understand. Oh, man. Well, at least if you hear anything about him wanting anything like, I don't know, monster killed or whatever, just tell him I stopped by. Just look for the guy in the gray-haired ponytail in the bar. And then he walks away.
How much are you drinking?
A lot.
Yep.
Yeah, I think even Harvey's gonna look at him and be like, okay, buddy, I think that's enough for you.
Okay. John and Harvey, roll me a Constitution check.
Okay.
Oh, I got an 8.
John? Okay. Harvey, you black out after like 2 hours of drinking. Actually, go and roll with advantage
I
because of
actually
the
forgot to
divine.
add the plus
because
3,
of the
so that's
divine
8
thing.
plus 11.
Advantage. Roll with advantage.
Okay. Just know, I think it'll be really funny if Harvey's
You
still
pass
drunk.
out after like 5 hours of
11.
drinking, and
So that
you wake
makes
up in the morning
14.
with a splitting headache. You are extremely hungover. Both of you are. You guys are going to have disadvantage on all rolls for the rest of the day.
Oh,
Flynn
man.
carries them up to the hotel part of for the innkeep.
Oh, you're blacked out. You're passed out.
Flynn, I can walk myself. You could put me down.
Flynn, somewhere in the middle of the night, you see just a
okay.
spark start
I just carry them
running
both
up and
up
down
to
the
their
street,
beds.
bouncing all through the houses, like it's looking for something or somebody. The
I walked
spark,
out in bed.
after probably 20 minutes, the spark darts
a
up
bloody
into
spirit.
your room. Roll me. Are you going to try to catch it? Roll me a dexterity check with disadvantage.
With one hand, yes.
Okay. You.
So -2 instead of +2.
Okay. You somehow managed to catch this thing.
Oh yeah, I'm set.
Like just barely, but you catch it.
God. 10.
It's too big for that. You grab onto an ankle, and this thing made of
Catch it
metal
like it's
glowing
chopsticks between my
red
index
goes,
and thumb. Oh, fine. Catch it like a softball.
You can't understand it. The little thing starts
What are you
taking swings
saying?
at you, but it can't reach you because its arms are too short.
Glenn loosens his grip on it, but just enough to keep it still in his hands.
What do you do with it? It's a small creature. It's between 3 and 3.5 feet. It weighs probably about 52
Question
pounds.
towards the DM.
It's not heavy, but it's not light.
How
either.
large is it? Like, give me an object size.
What is this crate made out of? Okay. So you hear just
Okay, I
clanging
got it.
on this
Flynn
crate
looks at it with disgust
for
and
the
then
rest
just
of the
says, "Looks
night.
like you're staying in the crate tonight," and sticks him in the storage crate at the foot of his bed. It's made out of steel.
It's when you open the crate in the morning, it's dead. Actually, no. How airtight is this container? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this thing
The
is not dead
handles, instead of
when
having handles on the
you
sides,
open the trunk in the
right?
morning.
It has
It's
little
still on fire,
cutouts for the hands to go.
and it's still babbling
Small
in
enough
its
to where you can
nonsense
fit
at
your
you.
fingers and lift, but large enough to where it's just breathable to survive.
So what are y'all gonna do? Yes.
Yeah.
At
What
this point,
Uh,
are
the second
Harvey
this
and
water
John
gets
awake?
even near this elemental thing,
Harvey's
it
just gonna walk up,
evaporates.
stumbling, and be like, "Ugh,
I'm saying
what's
like
that noise?"
8
Just
inches
holding his
away
head.
from it.
Sees the fire, is like, "Oh, nine hells!" and just runs to grab a cup of water.
It's still babbling at you like it's trying to tell you something.
Oh, Lynn, you mind telling me what this is?
Got it last night. Didn't want to talk, so
The
I shoved it
magman,
in the boot.
the magman, that's what this is, jumps for the window.
All right. Harvey bends down, leans over the chest, and is like, "Coming from my friend here, buddy. He doesn't have the best manners."
Flynn catches it by the ankle.
The magman is jumping for the window. Are you trying to catch it?
Harvey just leans over the desk and looks over and is like, "Hey, so sorry about
Don't
my
even
friend
bother
there.
with the strength check. This thing twists
doesn't have the best
nimbly
manners.
in midair,
Anyway,
avoiding
you
your
need us
hand,
for
and
anything?"
drops out the window. It hits the ground, bounces 200 feet in
catches
the
it
air,
by
and
the
is
ankle.
gone.
All right. 8.
And as it's bouncing, you catch a glimpse of it just flipping you off.
bye.
You have no idea.
Creature's weird.
Oh boy.
And that's
little
where we're going to
bugger.
call this episode of D&D 101.
Harvey just looks and is like, "What did that little creature want?"
I hope
Thank
you had
you.
fun listening to this episode of D&D 101. Joining me this afternoon was Micaiah playing John.
Hi.
Zach playing Harvey.
Well.
And
Well,
Matthew playing Flynn.
not drink like me.
And
Hello. Very nice performed for all y'all.
Granted, neither
And,
does Harvey.
When you drink,
I've
take it
been
from
Titus,
Harvey.
your host
Drink
and DM.
responsibly. And don't drive.
Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. See ya.
Don't
Matthew.
listen to these two idiots. They don't know how to drink.